I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Tigers. Today is Friday, February 8th. If you are interested in anchoring for GMT, sign up on the form outside of Miss Tieden's room 103 so I don't have to anchor by myself. Recently we started something new called the Tiger Scholars Award. This time it's Rikka Bakken. She has been recognized by Mr. Ricken, Miss Broker, Miss Tieden's, and Mr. Ruffholm. It's not easy to get this award, but this is how she does it.
I nominated Rikka Bakken because she has worked with me this year. I had her last year too, but this year in particular, she's taking advanced placement in U.S. history, and during first semester, she had to do that independently.
I really like history because I really like a good story. And when you think about history, there's like millions of stories in history, like even in a town as small as Black River. I mean, even today there's 3,000 people living here with 3,000 stories, and if you go back into history, it just keeps adding up and up. So I like the idea of discovering a story, I guess.
Rikka is an outstanding young woman. In AP English, she is intent, she listens, she retains what I have to say, and she puts work into her essays. With the musical, she has been great with the part of Millie, our lead gal, and that has been a lot of work to undertake along with her other classes and the work that she's doing in the classroom, but she has been great.
I'm involved in choir and band. I participate in the musical every year. I've been editor of the yearbook and the newspaper since my sophomore year. I teach Sunday school for third graders. I work part-time on the weekends at repeats. I started playing tennis for my sophomore year.
She's looking at a lot of reading. And right now we are doing mock tests and we're writing essays, and they need to focus on that in the class as well as outside of the class. I do give them in-class time, but I'm trying to help them along with working in more of a college setting where you're not expected to do much in the classroom, but more outside of the classroom. And she, I know, is taking other academically challenging classes along with the reading and the rigor of AP English.
When things start getting kind of stressful, I try to calm myself down and tell myself that it's not a good idea to waste your time worrying about everything. Instead, you just have to take a couple minutes to just breathe, calm yourself down, and then figure out a plan.
She retains what I have to say in my constructive criticism and actually puts it to good use and really doesn't take it personally.
Don't be afraid to take the harder classes because those are the ones that you'll learn the most from. And even if they're hard, it's worth it. And even if you fail, you still learn something from them because you learned, okay, maybe this isn't for me, or this is what I could do better, or all right, now if I could do this again, here's what I would change. Finding something extra away from your normal required classes that you're going to be involved in every year, like band or choir or publications or an art class. Something constant like that, that is something that maybe it's not a lot of work, like paper-wise and stuff like that. It's still really good for you, and you can still learn a lot from those. And it's a good way to like kind of feel like you have a home in the high school and some place to kind of relax during the day a little bit. Something that comes a little more naturally to you that you really, really enjoy doing. It's a good mental break. I actually don't know where I'm going to college next year yet. I applied to 4 East Coast colleges that they have like a set date that they let everyone know when they get accepted to, rather than some of the Midwest colleges. They accept you as they get invitations, and it's like a 3-week thing, and then you know. So I won't know about my first choice colleges until the end of March. Hopefully I'll be going to either Brown University in Rhode Island or Boston University in Boston. It's okay to take chances because, I mean, you never know what you'll stumble into.
Students, are you still questioning what classes you want to sign up for? Well, here are some video promos to help you decide if you want to do something maybe in Spanish, AP US History, or video audio.
Well, in AP History, you pretty much start at the beginning of American times to settling it at the very beginning till coming up to pretty much present day, where you study about what's actually happened in the past couple of years.
We try to have some fun with history. I don't think history is just, you know, grinding through the material. It needs to be fun. We need to try to bring some life into it. So we try to have a good time with it, and I think the kids that are in there would verify that.
Mr. Ricken always will find some way to make a class interesting or some sort of topic interesting, and he's always telling jokes.
I think history is at its best. It is a story, and I think that needs to be emphasized. I think it's a story about people, and it has, you know, history is full of villains and saints and everything in between, and we can see ourselves in there. I think we learn a lot about ourselves and human nature by studying history. I think that's the value of it.
In AP History, you really dive into things that you might not have looked at in other classes, so it's really nice in that aspect.
You're going to develop skills, and I always try to talk to them about developing skills to become a powerful college student, not just a college student, but to actually excel at that level.
What's really fun is you get to look at these documents and actually analyze them, and you get to decide what you're actually going to put into this from these documents.
History can't, it has to be about the people, and the people are always interesting. They're human, the presidents are very human. That needs to be brought out a lot.
So history repeats itself unless you know it is, and people may say, well, I've already had history classes, but this is taking it from a different standpoint. You're digging in a lot deeper. You're finding out a lot of stuff that you might have not known.
It's not an easy thing to do, but we've had our share of successes here with it.
Here are 3 great reasons to take Spanish at BRF-HS. Number 1. You can travel. I had an excellent time when I went to Costa Rica with the Spanish Club in 2010. And last year when I went to France, I spoke Spanish in a cafe, and I even got a compliment. Number 2. You can earn AP or retro credits. I know Mr. Rukavina says it all the time, but it's true. I earned 12 credits going into college, and that helped me earn my Spanish minor in under 2 years. Number 3. You can use it at work. Not only are employers looking for bilingual applicants, but it also feels really good when you can use your speaking skills at work. Last summer when I worked at the Mocha Mouse, I spoke Spanish with a customer, and my boss was very impressed with me. So try Spanish at BRF-HS. I know you'll have a great time.
Do you like film? Do you like photography? If you do, take video audio.
Video audio is about learning how to make videos and editing them.
Video audio is a really fun class. It's a class that you should go into if you want to learn about video editing, video angle, shots. There's a lot of projects you can do. It varies on what you do in that class. Like if you want to be an anchor, you'll do projects like anchor for the Channel 97, or you'll just, in the beginning, you'll start out with like small projects like a short movie. And then once you progress through the course, you actually do news packages that will be featured on Channel 97 or GMT. You get to know people a lot more. So, I mean, last year when I first took this class, junior year, I did not know like Aaron Miles or Joshua or any of those guys really. And when the year progressed, we got to know each other, and Aaron started biting me on the head a lot. So, you know, something will happen. I guarantee it.
Well, that's all I have. Teachers, remember to read the online announcements. Adios.